If I am I because you are you, and you are you because I am I, then I am not I, and you are not you. But if I am I because I am I, and you are you because you are you, then I am I, and you are you, and we can talk.
Friends and family stand beside me. You've been there to love and guide me, blessing all the seeds we've sown. I'll share with you the fruit I've grown. La 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 la. You have given me my song, a winding path and patience long. You have made my mountain strong. Shedding light on each new day, I bless the ones who came before and helped me open this new door. La 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 la. You have given me my song, a winding path and patience long. Oh, you have made my mountain strong. I will give my thanks to you for
so young and strong for all to see. May Jah grant you eternal spring and give you strength in your eldering. So thank you, Zalman, thank you so. You gave my soul a way to go. Thank you, Zalman, thank you so. You gave my soul a way to go. Ah, yeah, hey, hey, ha, ha. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 yeah. Song from a Rebbe, 17. He's fun for all to see. He's so juicy, he's so fun with hugs and kisses for everyone. Ah, 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 yeah. Ah, oh, hey. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 bum
Da hisu David Malka, da hisu David Malka, David Malka Mashiach. Ay ya ba bam bam, ay ya bi 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 bam bam bam, ay bi di 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 dum di 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 da da dum, ay di 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 da da, ay ya bi bim di 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 di.
Shavua Tov. For you it is Motzei Shabbat, and for me it is Wednesday afternoon. I will have talked to you by phone connection several times before this time. And I will, Im Yos Hashem, do this with greater vibrancy and with greater enjoyment than doing it from a hospital bed where I still have to recover from the complications that arose from my angiogram. Shavua Tov. When I think of Melave Malke, Dahi Su'udata the David Malke Mashiach, you will have had a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos. And I'd like you to take sparks of this Shabbos with you into the world. And I'm so delighted that there is this possibility of communicating with you. In my mind, I imagine you all as if I were before you and see all your faces and greeting all of you with the L'chaim after Havdalah. During Shabbat, I've had opportunity to put into the words of Divrei Torah some of my thoughts concerning where we stand in Jewish renewal. And I was doing things that had to do with the higher levels, the higher worlds. And at this point, I want to talk to you about the worlds of Asiya. We are in the world of Asiya in a remarkable place, like we have never been before. A chuckle rises in me at this moment when I think back that one of our musmachim has been invited into the congregation, the rabbi of which wanted to have me canned when I was at the University of Manitoba for teaching people how to meditate, because as he said to my board, don't you know meditation makes people go crazy? And here I am with you, and this person, Rabbi Alan Green, has been invited to be the rabbi in that synagogue. The times have changed. And thank God it's wonderful. The great thing about Aleph, Alliance for Jewish Renewal, is this word alliance. The word ally, friends, friendships, talks about connections that are lateral connections. We have friends in the Chavurah movement. We have friends among the Hasidim. We have friends among the Talmidim of Reb Shlomo and the various shuls that they have. And we have friends in many, many and varied organizations in which usually there are the divisions of denominations. It is so wonderful to pick up a Menorah journal article, a Moment article, and to read in there some of those things that we pioneered years and years ago. So it is true that renewal has come into the mainstream, and you can be proud of that. To know that there is a synagogue like B'nai Jeshurun in New York, where people know that's the hopping place. If you want to have a vital option of what Jewish life is about, that's where you go. You go to the Kala that we have every second year. You go to Eilat Chaim. You participate in the various renewal congregations, and in those congregations where the spark of renewal has been lit. So you need to know that this has to do with the word alliance. Finding myself in this position on the hospital bed right now, I'm surely not in the position of somebody who can say something about leadership. But as I pioneered, so you must pioneer. As I innovated, so you must innovate. The worst thing that I'm afraid of would be to have Orthodox renewalists who are stuck in the 1960s and figured that that's the way to go about doing that. Take a look what we have already done. The Sidurim that we have produced, Reb Daniel and the new Sidur that he put out. I look at the Sidur of Reb David Zaslow, and I look at the varieties of Jewish meditative experiences that have been made available from the East Coast to the West Coast. And this is remarkable because people have found that the connection to God is what really counts, the connection to Dveikut. And learning how to do that, to learn the technology of the Spirit, to learn how to move through the worlds of the Siddur into those regions that we want to reach in the deepest and highest contemplation, that is wonderful. So I greet you all, and I want you to take pride in what we have done. And I tell you, just the same way as I feel tickled at times when I come to a synagogue and somebody wears the B'nai Or rainbow tallis and is so proud of having it and not knowing the origin from where it came, or how many congregations will be singing Nigunim and they don't know it was Reb Shlomo who created them. There are people who are using materials that Reb David Wolf Blank Zal has produced in his Meta Sidur and Meta Chumash. All this is waiting to be put out into the world so that we could reach to those people who really need us. I've been receiving some remarkable cards from all of you, the world over, thanking for having opened the door that made it possible for them as people with a yearning for enlightenment and for God to be able to be Jews. And so I wish for you to take on the task of being outreach people and do the outreach to Klal Yisrael. It's not the external things that need the outreach. Whether you say it in one form or another form, whether you have made the language egalitarian or not yet made the language egalitarian. That's not the worry. What will make the difference is when you stand side by side a person whose vibratory level has reached to some devotion, to some dveikut. That will make a difference. It'll make a difference when you come with your children and will have made renewal not a one generation phenomenon, but something that'll go down for at least 7 generations. As I once said at the last Kala I attended, it'll take about 175 years before we will know the face that Jewish renewal has inaugurated for this next paradigm of being Jewish in the world. And this means a great deal not only for the issues of the spirit, but there is such a hunger the world over for kindness, for the outreach of kindness, and for a life of Musar, that the person who does Kiddush Hashem in a way that when somebody gives him a refund that he doesn't deserve, and he turns it back to the cashier and says, no, this doesn't belong to me. Let people see the Ehrlichkeit, the way in which the Yosher, the Musar of Judaism. And I want to see us also in our deep activities, not only in the spirit of the Spirit, but in the actions of the Spirit, as the Shalom Center and Tikkun Magazine are doing. Blessings to the work of Reb Arthur and Reb Michael, and blessings to the work of all the people who have been ordained, and to all the other people who feel the call and who are working in that call, even without ordination, feeling that they've been touched by the living God to do something for Yiddishkeit, to do something for saving the planet, to do something for eco-kashrut. If there is something that I'd like to leave you with is strengthen the hands of the people who have made this meeting possible, who bring me to you at this moment. With God's help, I will recover and be strong again. And I will need to do the work of pioneering that will be up for me to do, while an entire, beautiful, holy generation of people who have taken on the leadership of Jewish renewal will continue to do it. You know, I believe Jewish renewal becomes alive when it touches our secular lives too. That's the reason why I made a special insert for Birchat Hamazon for Thanksgiving. I think it'll be real that we say Hallel for Rosh Chodesh when we also say a Hallel for the 4th of July. And I mean that in this way, Earth Day to be celebrated in such a way, so that when we do for justice and for equity, and if we reach out to the people in other holy camps, those renewalists among the Christians and the renewalists yet to come among Islam, the renewalists in Buddhism, the renewalists in Hinduism, we will find ourselves loved and loving in the company of all the people who see themselves as B'nai, or children of light, Penei, or facets of light, all of them leading on to the great universal Aleph. Please be sure to strengthen the hands of Aleph, Alliance for Jewish Renewal. Shavua Tov. Nahisu da David Malka, Nahisu da David Malka, Nahisu da David Malka, David Malka Mishmika. Nahisu da David Malka, David Malka, Malka Meshicha. Nahisu da David Malka, David Malka Meshicha. Nahisu da David. Malka, Doisu, this is the David Malka, Doisu, this is the David Malka, David Malka Mashiach,